Hello guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today we're doing our
Top 10 tips for first timers in Florida.
So if you've watched our channel before, then you'll already know that, we got engaged in Magic Kingdom on our first day. So that was Emily's first trip, my third trip, so a bit of a mixture on our opinions as well, basically, isn't it?
So first up is to wake up early.
Yes, so on your first few days, your body clock will still sort of be in UK time. And I know, like, saying, oh, get up early on your holiday, like, of course you're going to do that. But getting up at 6 AM is going to feel like 10 AM, because you'll still be on that sort of UK time. Plus you want to really get the most out of your first day before you start getting tired.
Yeah, before you start lagging.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that go on when the park just opens. Like, it says it'll open, say, at 9, but they usually let people in half an hour before and just sort of walk up and down the main street, basically. That's for Disney anyway.
So this would also be the perfect time to get in any breakfast that you wanted to do in the parks, because you're all excited and ready to go.
Full of life, basically. Because later in the holiday you are going to be absolutely tired. So get it in early, essentially, for any kind of like breakfast reservations. Our next top tip would be to plan.
Yeah, you definitely need to plan what you're going to do on what day. Even if you're chilled out people like us who just like to take it as it comes, you still need to like plan what day you do and what parks and stuff.
Yeah, because well, at the moment they've sort of suspended fast passes, but when they did, if you were staying off site you would get 30 days in advance, and if you were staying on site it was 60. And then likewise with restaurant reservations with Disney, you got 180 days in advance for like dining and everything like that. So you really need to make the most of that, because they go quick. So if there's anything that you really want to do, I would really advise just plan, not necessarily everything about your day.
No, just little parts that you want to do on that day.
Yeah.
So the best thing that we found when planning a Florida trip is to get a planning book. So we've got this one here at the minute, which inside you've got like pages for your outfits, spending, fast passes, everything in there.
It's got basically everything you need to book.
And then if you take this along with you as well, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't really bring it to the park, did we?
No.
We just sort of
had it in the hotel.
Had it, and then just sort of looked at it at the beginning of the day and went, okay, we've got all of this to do today.
Yeah.
So that one we got from
Magic Moon Club on Instagram. But this one's really good because it's got like a countdown and everything in there.
Yeah.
Bounding ideas and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
So we'll leave that in the description.
Okay, so next up is to book your tickets in advance.
Yeah, this probably seems like, why would you put this on the list? But you'd be surprised at the amount of people that don't actually get their tickets before they go. You can save a lot of money, and a quick Google search will help you find that.
Because sometimes you can get like the price of 14 days for like 7 and stuff like that, can't you? And
especially buying the tickets from the UK, a UK 14-day Disney ticket actually includes Memory Maker, which is actually something that you pay for if you would actually get the tickets at the parks. Plus you'd skip all the queues.
Yeah.
You don't really want to be doing that on your first day. Our next top tip would be to focus on your luggage.
Yeah, definitely don't overpack when you're going out there, because when you get to the parks and stuff, you'll definitely want to buy like merch and stuff, especially if you go to the outlets as well. Yeah,
so because it was our first trip together last time, we didn't actually do the outlets just because we didn't want to have to squeeze that in somewhere as well. But I have been before, because I've been with family before, but there's so many good deals in the outlet shop. So if you do decide to plan that into your first trip, then definitely plan to have luggage space.
Yeah.
Because there's like, they'll allow you to put like deals upon deals. Like I think it was buy 2 get the 3rd free in Adidas, and they actually put like an extra 50% on top of that as well. So it was like, of course I'm gonna buy it. So yeah, plan for stuff like that, because I think that's something you don't realise that's going to take up a lot of space.
Yeah, so next up is make sure that you download all the apps.
Yeah, because the last thing that you want to do as soon as you get to the park is like, right, how do I actually find my way? Well, I'll need to go and find a map, because these apps, all parks have the in-park Wi-Fi now, so you don't need to worry about that. But if you have the apps, it's got the maps on there.
Yeah.
And
ride times.
Yeah, exactly. So ride times, all your fast passes are stored on there.
Restaurant menus.
Exactly. So you can look at, if you think, oh, I'm not too sure about queuing up for all of that, and then getting there, you don't like the food, it'll just show on your phone. And with Disney, you can do like mobile ordering as well, and I think they've just started to roll that out in Universal now as well. So you can order your food on your phone. Top tip with mobile ordering is if you're over by Splash Mountain and you've ordered your food over at Starlight Rays, don't wait until you're there to tell them that you're there. Do it a bit sooner.
When you start walking there.
Yeah, because then they'll get it ready, so by the time you actually are there, it'll literally be a case of walking in, getting the food and sitting down, rather than waiting around for a bit. So yeah, little bonus tip. So next up is your hotel.
So yeah, we stayed off-site when we went on our trip, which is cheaper than the Disney and Universal prices, and it also gets you a feel of like Florida as well. So you're not stuck in like theme park bubble. You can go and explore and different things like that.
Yeah, and most like hotels within like the Orlando area will have shuttles to the parks. We did use them occasionally because we stayed at the Clarion in Lake Buena Vista. I think it's now called the Rosen Inn, Lake Buena Vista. Really good hotel, but the shuttle service wasn't great.
No.
They weren't as frequent as we'd like. That was the only thing that we'd say about offsite, is that like the shuttles aren't
better
as
if you
frequent.
can drive and get a car.
Yeah, but we tended to, because we'd saved all that money on the hotel, we decided to start using Ubers and everything anyway, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, by being off-site, you're really getting a feel of what Florida is like, rather than just being in that theme park bubble. So I think if you're in there,
you don't really leave, do you?
Yeah. Plus, the more money you save, the more money you can spend on merch, basically.
Yeah.
I would say though, just because you're staying off-site, that doesn't mean that you couldn't plan for a night or two in an on-site hotel. Like for our next trip, we're hoping to stay close to Disney for the first half, and then for the second, stay at a Universal hotel.
So the next one is to be prepared for the weather.
Yeah, so that's one thing that we didn't prepare for, and we wish that we had. We thought, it's Florida, it's going to be hot. And to some extent, it was.
It was warm.
It was warm, but then there was days when it got really cold. Like we were in Hollywood Studios, we were in like shorts and t-shirt, and we were like shivering.
Yeah.
That's when you bought your Spirit jersey, wasn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't cope with that. It was so cold.
that queue for Slinky Dog just felt like the longest queue because of the weather. Saying that, there is other times in the year, like I've been in September, and it's been absolutely scorching hot. Like you need to shade like from the heat all the time, but then it can like out of nowhere absolutely throw it down with rain. So yeah, really prepare for like the weather.
Have a look what it's like gonna be like on average, kind of.
Yeah, because it's so unpredictable. Like maybe just pack a fold away rain jacket in your bag, which is something we're definitely going to be doing next time, aren't we? So as well as the weather, like you do walk a lot more than you would expect or think that you would. So definitely make sure that you're wearing comfortable shoes or something that you've already broken. Yeah. Like don't just bring.
Don't want to be walking around in new Vans.
yeah, don't do that because you will really start to hurt. Next up, reservations. Now we did kind of briefly cover this earlier, but
yeah, I'd say for the reservations, just book one or two that you have your heart set on, because they are very expensive.
Yeah, it can lead up a big price.
Yeah.
We got super lucky and got Be Our Guest as like dinner on the first night. So we went back to the hotel, got changed, then went back, which just felt nice to freshen up. Yeah. But yeah, don't go overboard with it because you'll just get like, oh, I can't do too much in the day because I need to do this then kind of thing. Just do one or two because everyone says, oh, it's a once in a lifetime, but let's be honest, you'll go back.
With this, we don't mean to say don't make any reservations anywhere else. Maybe do like 1 or 2 in the parks and then explore the restaurants outside of the parks as well.
Yeah, because I mean, you're in America, there's going to be a lot of different things that aren't in the UK. Like we gave Hooters a go, didn't we? Because it was only a short walk down from the hotel.
Yeah, and there is a lot more that we want to try.
Yeah.
As well next time.
Yeah, so in the past I've done IHOP and I've done Denny's as well, and they're all really good. So it gives you a proper American feel, essentially.
Yeah, and they're cheaper as well.
Yeah.
So the next one is to make sure that you chill.
Yeah, sounds pretty simple, but I think a lot of people think, oh, I need to do everything. Literally, I've got 14 days, I need to do everything, like flat out. But it's hard. You can't do everything in one go.
By the middle of your holiday, you'll be like, no, I can't do it all.
Yeah, and you'll just not want to go back because you'll think, oh, it's too much of a, you know, it's too much of a fast-paced holiday. But the holiday is what you make it, I think. You do need to like limit yourself. You do need to think, well, okay, you know, we've got a lot planned on this day. Maybe have a chill day.
Even if it's just like a water park day or by the pool, something like that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things, and you're not going to get it all done in 14 days.
No, impossible.
You're just not, basically. And last but certainly not least, bring ID.
Yeah, so definitely make sure that you're carrying your ID with you everywhere you go, because you never know when you might want an alcoholic drink. Yeah. And you can't. It's not like the UK where they just like look at you and think, oh, are they ordered?
They're basically going to ID anyone, essentially, which is a good thing, but yeah, you definitely need to bring your ID. Because sometimes you might think, oh no, I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah, then you'll go somewhere and see a drink and you'll be like, oh, I really want that now.
Yeah, like when we were in Animal Kingdom, we had the Night Blossom, and there was like an option to upgrade it to have rum in it. So we thought, yeah, why not?
We're on holiday.
Yeah, so it was completely spontaneous, but we had that ID on us. If you're coming from the UK, ID in America, they won't accept like a provisional driving license. Your best bet is your passport. I know that seems like a bit scary, scary to sort of bring that kind of ID, but just check before you go on what kind of IDs they will accept, because they won't accept anything like a provisional. They might accept like a proper driving license, but yeah, the passport is your best bet, really, isn't it? Yeah. And finally, not really a point, but just enjoy yourself, essentially. Yeah. Don't like schedule yourself too much. Try and keep yourself sort of loose. Yeah. And just go with the flow. Yeah. For the most part, and you'll really enjoy it. So if this video did help you come to plan your next Florida trip, whenever it may be, remember to give us a like. Yeah, and leave us a comment and let us know what your favourite place to eat in Florida is, if you've been before. If you haven't been before, what are you looking forward to the most? And with that being said, thank you guys for watching and have a magical day.